Well, welcome back everyone to a lovely evening of Lost Mines of Phandelver, episode 7. Uh how's everybody doing this evening? Ooh. I do. I have to. So I appreciate you telling me. It's mandatory. Good. That is fantastic. Well, before we get started into the actual game, I'll pass it off to my players this time to see who wants to do a recap.
To the prisoners, but we had to fight some Skelevoys first. And we figured out that if we have on the red cloaks that the bandits had, then we won't be triggering traps, apparently. So we collected those cloaks, released the prisoners, kind of made our way through the rest of the area. Didn't really find much until we made it to the wizard room, and Storm heard him flee, do some magic stuff, and probably dimension door away. That's what we figured out. We looted some fun scrolls, found a letter that indicated that the leader of this bandit group, Glassstaff, is the wizard we've been looking for Sildar. What was his name? Aldrich?
Arno or Larno Albrick.
Larno Albrecht, yes. And, so he got away, and he kind of went, shit, can't really follow him. He dimension doored like 500 feet away. So we decided we would clear the rest of this place because we still had a room full of bandits and bugbears that had been cleverly locked into their rooms by Vlad and Lunk. And yeah, so we were gonna go check out what they're doing. Did I miss anything important?
Not really. Not from my perspective.
I'm sorry if that was too detailed.
No, that was perfect. That's exactly what I needed. So, we return to the party. As you guys are standing, one set of the party of Vladius, Valera, and Storm are on the in the northern hallway with a door to the south of them is still closed, and then Nidus, Lunk, and where is Burdane in that? He's underneath somebody, I believe.
No, I'm right between Valera and Vladius.
Yeah, you were underneath Storm.
Funny.
Uh,
I did not want to be the one in front.
okay. Well, you guys have a second to, or your door is still closed. But this is where two of the party members that are not here currently have busted open the door. And so we'll put Newmar, are you still in your badger form?
Yes. That would be giant badger, thank you.
Okay, giant badger. Yeah, so Nidus just kind of swings the door open in front of you, revealing on the inside of this chamber, and immediately takes a step back, leaving you up front.
I'll
And
open the door since I got shoved to the front, you pussies.
so, at first glance, you can see that this area kind of serves as a headquarters / meeting room for the Red Brands. It doesn't look like any official business is discussed. No official business is discussed here, but it does seem to be a common room. And there are several worn tables that scatter around this large room. The wooden benches are drawn up against the walls and decorated with draperies of brown and red, and several ale kegs are propped up and tapped. Four tough-looking human warriors wearing scarlet cloaks are gathered around one of the tables, and a stack of coins and trinkets is heaped upon the tabletop between them. And you can see that their hoods are down. Two are human, or more on the human side, with one with a dirty blonde, the other one brunette. And then that one is, or those two are the westernmost and the northern. So into the east is more of a half elf looking person. His features are human-ish, but have a little bit more elven features, including pointy ears, and he's got a long braided black hair draped down his back. But and the one to the south is an older gentleman, wrinkled and liver-spotted skin and kind of balding hair. And Storm, the thing that you notice is that three of them are plastered. However, the one, or the older gentleman, he is looking more alert, eyes wide, and kind of glancing back and forth between you and the other door that just opened. Okay.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, I was just going to ask, do I need to open that door for you? Can you see in?
I can see him.
Okay.
I will take a step in the room. I will put an arm on the guy next to me and be like, well, what are we playing here? Who's winning?
They all kind of, oh, I gotta fix that. Shit. Where did it go? Nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right.
Kyle, did you see my message that I'm not a badger anymore? I think I had to come out of the badger form because I had to.
Yeah,
do something.
I remember that.
So I'm a dwarf male.
Okay.
A dwarf.
All right.
Because I would have I would have changed my name. And
Okay.
I would have had different hit points.
I've got to fix this real quick. 1 second before I continue. My, need to be able to put the map, or the, dummy map up.
And next long rest, we're level 3, right? I think you gave us the XP.
Yeah.
After the next.
After this,
thing.
after we finish this bit.
Sorry, this is taking a second to get this open and running the way that it needs to be.
So is inebriated a condition?
No, they just take on the poison condition.
Let's see what that is. An attack rolls into.
Mm-hmm.
I might have a plan, boys and girls.
Hold on, Storm's working the room.
I'm trying to get this.
Although the
on,
DM
thing.
killed my momentum.
Why?
You're working with Firefox now, Kyle.
For my DM screen, yes.
Gotcha.
That's the downside about stream or having two accounts, my dummy account, because if I want the stream to see the player version, I have to open it up on a completely different browser like Brave or Google Chrome, because whenever I try to screen capture on Streamlabs, it only captures the DM version on Firefox. So I have to have them in different browsers. So that's what I was trying to do.
Said tedious.
Yeah, I forgot to do that. But Storm, as you walk in, the one you put your arm around his shoulder, looks up to you or looks up at you, and rosy cheeks and kind of dangling or drooping eyes. We're playing a game of Knucklebones.
Do you mind if
Who
I
are
join?
you? Sure, you got the money?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 50 gold right now.
I'm Storm. I'll add in. What did you lot all put in?
Buy-in's 50 gold.
I'm a bit tight on money. Do you mind if I just watch then?
He's gonna kind of eye you. How much can you put in?
Let's say 10.
Fine,
10
buy
gold?
in.
Alright, 10 gold it is.
And so he
Do you
kind
mind if my friends here watch?
Who are they? They look at the door, and the older gentleman, is looking kind of back and forth between the now both open doors, seemingly on edge. But yeah, you guys move in as you want.
Do the rest of you lot want to join? Anyone?
I wouldn't mind joining in some of the drinking. Gotta get my Scottish back. That was horrible. That was a flawless Scottish action. It's just my John can't do it right now. Gotta get the mindset.
They the one to the west raises his glass and, get me one too.
Oh, me as well, Numo.
Well, I guess if you're new recruits, come on in. Come on in.
No.
So, have you ever played this game before?
Storm would have, yes. Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. So, don't need a refresher on the rules then. Good.
If you don't mind, I'd like to join. I don't know why I'm Irish sounding now. I'm all over the place, Eric. Don't you judge me. And I'm gonna throw in.
Makes sense with your character not being one thing ever. Just do every accent at once.
Well, when he is the race and whatever, like he's spot on. You cannot tell. It's just me myself am a little distracted and can't get into the mindset.
You'd make a good Kenku.
What game we playing?
Knucklebones.
Can you go over a refresher for me?
Okay.
He's looking over at Storm because I don't know if she actually knows how to play.
Are we-
She
know
does.
nothing of
I
it.
just
I know-
personally don't.
Yeah.
Storm does though.
We got room for one more. Any of you newbies want to join? I'll be
I
happy to
imagine the
take your
Gladius
money.
would know how to play, but I don't also, like Kaylee, do not know.
Okay.
Vlad, don't be shy. You can always learn.
Okay. So, then we'll do it this way. Let's do here. Here. Ah, shit. Piece of shit. Okay. Remove all turns. There we go. Uh-huh. Why does it... God damn it. I hate you, Roll20. Thank you. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, Numo, Storm, and Gladius, roll me some initiative. And there we go. Perfect. So, what happens? To get this started, he looks at, or everyone at the table pulls back some of the items that they have, you know, dividing out the pots that they've won. The older gentleman seems to have the largest pot, or so far, and he puts in 60 gold. And the way this works, the ones that put in the most go first. And so Vladius, how much do you put in to start with? Storm has already put in 10, so you'd have to be more than 10.
I'd put in 15 to call it safe.
Okay, so, and then Numo.
I guess I'll put in 20.
Oh, I see. Everybody just had to one-up me.
Oh, you know, save the best for last, right, Storm?
So let's put Numo there.
I just
Last
figured
one.
it's
Puts
more money
in
for you to
9,
win.
8, and 6, because that's all I really have. All right. So the way we do this is we go around the table from the first person to the last person, and we place these 10 knucklebones, and they look like they're these bone spurs, kind of reminiscent of what we would have here as jacks, right? And he has a rubber-ish kind of squishy leather ball, and as he, and I'll demonstrate one. The first player goes and they throw down the ball and then it bounces off the table, and in that time from bouncing, you have to grab one jack as the first person and then catch it. Second person has to grab 2, and so on and so forth until there are no more jacks. And if you don't catch the ball, you lose. Your pot is forfeit if you don't get the number of jacks that you need. You lose.
It's a bit unfair to have the same people going first every time.
It depends on who buys in the most. And it just happens that Tristan over here has already taken most of our money for the evening. And then the one that's speaking is the one between Numo and Vlad. The one between Vlad and Storm pipes up and it's like and slams his fist on the table and it's like, I swear there's a loaded dice.
This game, whole game, seems loaded if the same person keeps going first, keeps winning, keeps getting more money, and keeps going first again.
The older man is just gonna keep eyeing you as you keep talking. Well, are we playing?
Yeah.
So, the way this is it's gonna be a increasing dexterity check DC.
Fuck.
And the higher the check is, the higher you roll, the faster you're able to grab the jack and grab the ball. The lower, the more likely it is that you don't get as many jacks as you need or don't catch the ball. Okay? So, first guy is going to roll his dexterity check. And surprisingly swift for an older gentleman, slams the ball down on the table and it goes up into the air and he grabs his first jack and catches the ball. And then he slides it over to Numo. Or slides the ball over to Numo and all right. Your job is to catch 2 in
So it
one
is.
bounce.
Maybe not.
So, you are able to get, you slam the ball down, however, it doesn't bounce as high as you expect it to, and you are able to grab the jack, but it hits the table before you're able to grab it, or the ball hits the table again before you're able to grab it.
So I lost.
You did.
Roger. Ah. Anyone need a top off?
Yeah, all of them raise their mugs up.
Ah.
Good job,
So,
Mr. Top Me Off.
How long have you lot been in the business?
Some of us longer than others, and he's gonna glance over to one they called Tristan, the southern one. He's been in this sort of line of work for God knows decades. But
What about this specific room? Do you like it here?
it gets us by. We're not starving. Our families are not starving.
Oh,
But-
family. Do they live nearby?
No.
I didn't realize we were allowed to have family.
Oh. Yeah, mostly. We kind of just don't talk about it, so we don't bring it the legal ire. And he is, as he's talking, he's going to attempt. And that is going to be, he grabs, or his turn, or he was trying to grab 3 in the ball bounce, and he's only able to grab 2. So he loses as well.
Which one loose?
The one you have named Snake.
Who's the one that's been winning all the games?
Tristan.
Tristan? Oh,
Mhm. And so, ooh, I fucked that up. I just realized he's only supposed to grab 2, but he still failed the check, so, okay. So, seeing the other 2 people fail, he'll look over at you and, alright, looks like you just still gotta get 2, Gladius.
Oh, alright. Here goes. Bounce that ball. Is it a saving throw or a check? Yeah?
Check.
Do your wife and kids, how do they feel about you being in this sort of business? I know my family's little judgy.
My family is too, but it brings home the money, so she doesn't care. Vladius, you are the first one to be able to successfully grab your 2 jacks in the ball bounce. So let's see. 20 is out. 6 is out. So now the northern one has to do his for 3, higher DC, and misses. And Berdane, while you're standing back there, you can make me a perception check.
Love to.
So it's hard to see and it's hard to gauge whether or not the mishaps is because of the inebriation, but you're noticing that from the first round with Tristan, the way he scoops at the jacks are a little peculiar versus the way that the others are just grabbing at them, and it almost seems like they're dropping them even though they get a good grasp on them. And so Storm, dexterity check, and you're going for 3.
Just straight dexterity.
Yep, dexterity check.
I
15.
don't know, Storm. Sometimes I wish I didn't join up just because some of the things we do, I don't know if it's worth the money. What do you think? He's gonna look at the one between Gladius and Storm.
So with 15, you're able to grab the 3 of them. But it's weird. As you grab for the 3rd one, it almost feels like it kind of slips out of your hand because it's heavier than the others.
Can I give Tristan a keen look?
He definitely gives you a glare back. And as you say this, Numo, he looks back at you and, well, it may be wrong to some. I guess you have to. Okay, walk away.
I'm still in the room as I said that while the whole Jack thing was happening. So.
Well, he'll raise his voice to get to across the room where the snacks are. It's not. Sometimes you have to ignore morals to do this job. And he's taking a big swig after that, and now it is Bob's turn to grab 4. That's gonna
If you were given a chance to turn your life around, get something more, more savory. I don't know how to word it. Would you do it?
Depends on the offer. Most of us came from basic mercenary work. And Berdane, going off of that same perception check, he fails, or the one standing in front of you, or sitting in front of you, he also fails to pick any up. However, as he picks, or he's going for 4, he picks up 2, and the third one slips out of his, or third and second one slips out of his hand, and you can hear on the wood 2 very distinct, and different thudding sounds. One is definitely heavier than the other. It seems like multiple are this way. And finally, he gets back to Tristan. And eyeing Storm, he's gonna look at her. Well, a part of the rules. So if it gets back to the head person, I can try for getting the rest of them up off the table, and I take the pot. And he is going to bounce the ball.
Can I cough in thaumaturgy, like a tremor in the room?
I was gonna do a thaumaturgy as well.
Oh.
I was gonna create a thaumaturgy of whispers echoing cheater, cheater, cheater.
I love it here.
So, thaumaturgy is a spell. What are the components for it? It's probably verbal, somatic.
It's just verbal.
Just
That's why I was gonna cough or say it very quietly.
Yeah.
okay.
There's a lot of noise going on in here. I mean, with a bunch of drunk dudes.
So both of you make me sleight of hand checks. And again, going off that going off of your perception, Bourdain, again, he uses a very interesting technique to swoop up all of the jacks. It now looking closer, you can see like there's this faint glimmer around his hand. It almost seems like it's making his hand bigger. And
Skin and eye, big hands.
But your trimmer goes out through the room, as well as the cheater, and the others, the one between Vladius and Storm, stands up on the table and begins chanting cheater along with the whispers as Tristan begins just shoveling the rest of the pile to him. So
Yeah, I'll stand up and I'll go cheater too. Cheetah, cheetah, cheetah.
I would like to do a fun trick. Could I throw my? Could I? Probably it would be a sleight of hand check to empty the contents of my bag of ball bearings under Tristan's seat, under the table.
You're all the way across from him.
yeah,
I know. I mean, like basically open it up and toss it under his seat.
that would be a very high DC, and plus you got to remember he's highly aware that you guys are aware now, and he's on red alert. And he, as you guys begin saying cheater, he's like, "I've won this fair and square." And he's looking back and forth between Storm and Vladius.
You saw that,
like,
didn't you? She's gonna kind of like tap track. You saw that, didn't you?
So what?
Yeah, how he was doing the hand thing.
So
I don't
what?
know. Cheaters never win.
No, I don't cheat. That's the big reason why I stay sober during these events, because these lot like to cheat. They get up in a cart.
cheetah. She's gonna say to the guy next to her, she's like, "You guys don't look like cheetahs. You look like honest men."
Would you?
Well,
Could I do a persuasion to add to these guys to check basically along the lines of convincing them that he is telling them that he's calling them that they're cheaters. He's saying that they're less than nothing.
Well, they were already getting up in an uproar. He was explaining.
Yeah, they're already getting an uproar, but like he's come on, guys, like your friend here is saying doesn't think very highly of you.
I would say
something happened to him.
I would say
Let's split the
make
pot. Is what
make a persuasion check.
The final persuasion is let's split the pot.
That's not how this game is played, though. Whoa.
Okay.
It does, but
And so he's gonna use.
it does when the
Okay. So
I'm trying to get 3 people on our side strong.
You're able to get the one in between you two. The one standing in front of you, Burdane, kind of looks a little too far gone, drunken stupor to really gauge anything. And then just as Tristan just wait. Like I said, you all like to get drunk and lose track of everything, so I understand why you believe I'm cheating. And the two, or the remaining one, just kind of, yeah, he's right.
No, I've played this game before. It's when you have, basically, you can have the set of dice the other people roll, and then your own set of dice. And your own set of dice always win, and the other set but losing.
And Tristan is going to stand up with his money and begin kind of backing out of the room. Just
Nidus
so
and
we
are still there.
kind of.
So does he have his money in his pocket that he just won?
He's kind of like he's scooped it all up into that, or he's made basically a little satchel out of his cloak.
Damn, okay. So my thing is that I wanted to cast Unseen Servant
Mm-hmm.
and see if I could like either steal the money from him, but since you said that he's got it in like a pouch, I kind of want to trip him now. Can I do that? Like make him fall?
Does Unseen Servant, like, does it make people? Is it a physical thing?
I mean, it says that it can interact with an object. I figured that it could like pull his cloak and like trip him.
Okay, yeah. What's the components for Unseen Servant? Like visual, somatic, or
string and wood,
or visual and somatic.
Visual and somatic, yeah.
Okay, so it would be a sleight of hand to cast the spell, and then another one with a higher DC to trip him.
Hell yeah! All right.
Burdane, as you're seeing all this go down, what would you like to do, sir?
Patiently wait.
Numa would kind of stand up with him, and depending on what Valera successfully gets to do, I would like to lean in and say something to Tristan. And
it like skidded on the 19, and then I just watched it roll to the 1. I was like, oh.
So as you begin weaving the components together to cast this spell, Tristan just turns and runs.
Are Lunk and Nidus out there?
Nope. I mean, they are, but they're T-posing.
Can Valera dash after him?
Sure, if you would like to.
Hell yeah.
We're just gonna turn to the rest of them, and she's gonna be like, "He's a bit of a dodgy one, isn't he?"
A little bit. He's been like that since we met him.
I just want to know where he's going.
But, well, I guess welcome to the Red Brands.
Oh, we're not Red Brands.
What? You're wearing the cloaks. Why?
Yeah, we took them off of your friends who we killed.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we just
like
wanted to give you guys. We wanted to give you guys a chance to state your case, so that we let one of you lot go because he seemed real nice. So if you were nice enough, we were just gonna let you all go too.
So we're leaving?
Well, it depends. Would you be willing to kind of give up banditry? Turn your life around?
Find honest work, I suppose.
Yeah, we could talk to the new town master and see if he could hook you up with a job if you'd like that.
But they need new town guards.
I mean, how's the pay? Can I drink?
I mean,
have
it's
no
better.
idea,
I
but
sup-
probably.
It's probably better than being dead.
I would agree. What? Wait, how did you get back here if you're not Red Brands? He's
Oh,
looking
we fought
around the
our way
lot.
in.
Well, see, we killed all your friends,
Except
for
the one
that
we
we
let
let go.
yeah, we let him
The
go.
one
He
we,
was
we let the one go.
Wow, for a random group, you're awfully hostile. Don't even ask
well, you see,
what we're doing here. Kind
well,
of
we knew what
walk
you were
in and
doing here.
attack. Do you know?
Yeah, seems pretty nasty. Anyways, they attacked us, so well, I didn't want to kill them, but they were attacking us, so we let one live because he surrendered. So if you lot surrender, you could live too. We're a
He
bit
looks
outnumbered here.
around to the rest of you and looks to the one person that hasn't said a word this entire time. Does she mean what she says?
Unfortunately, they are a violent bunch,
I don't want to kill
it
anybody,
seems.
but if they're gonna continue hurting people,
A
can't just let them
discussion
go.
for another time. I would disagree. So we'll talk about that later.
We could
But
always take him back to Townmaster, throw him in jail.
try not to die. Make a good decision.
I make good decisions every day.
I don't think I'm
He was
drunk
talking
and I don't
about-
even think he was talking to you. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna get shit for this later, but hey, you know what they say? Happy wife, happy life. And they'll get up and kind of hold their hands out like, are we going to jail now?
Aye.
Do you have some rope?
Okay, I guess we're going to jail.
But by the way, how much money do you have in your pockets that you made on selling people?
Selling people? What are you talking about?
This is a sleight of hand to pat the guy down to my right, like his pocket, on
Okay.
my side to see if he's got anything.
Okay.
Looking for some coin on him. Just a gentle reach around it, so to speak.
He steps closer to Storm as he feels your hand like kind of tug on his waistband. He's like, "Hey, even if you,
I wasn't.
even
I was reaching for Snake. I'm sorry. I meant my other right.
Oh, I'm sorry about Vlad. His little hands.
oh well, either way,
No.
just
Friends.
this is my coin. I want it."
I wasn't touching that sack, my friend.
No, I'm married. No. Even though you're pale. No. So all of them kind of set down their weapons and approach basically just stand or begin approaching Burdane and oh no. The names are in the way.
Whoops.
They approach Burdane and they kind of hold their hands out, clasped together. You do anything to secure them?
No. Don't give me your wrists. Just I'll pick the two that look the most inebriated, and I'll offer my shoulder to them. Keep them stable.
Thank you. You're
Come on.
pretty cool for a dwarf. And then they follow you out.
While we're
I'm up.
walking, can I chat them up and kind of be like, well, since, you know, I guess you guys kind of just walked in here and killed all your friends without any reason, why shouldn't we have? What were you guys up to that, you know, maybe we should have stopped and talked?
I don't know what the rest of them were. And this is the one that's speaking is the one on the left shoulder of Burdain at this point. And he kind of slumps over as you guys get to the crevasse and just hurls in it. And then kind of looks back up in a haze and we were just gods. I made sure the outpost didn't get taken back.
You guys did a shite job.
We were off. We were here to sleep. And we got
You
dragged
were-
into this
You were doing
game
those
by
bad things.
we got dragged into this game by that old man. He wanted to
I wanted to rip you off. I'm sorry.
it seems that way. And so
Oi. If you're gonna yak, turn away. I'd rather not get vomit.
sorry, my bad. He kind of
Appreciated.
uses he tears off a bit of his cloak and wipes the vomit down into the crevasse. Did not
Nice.
think that one-eyed thing will eat it.
Where's the front entrance? We don't necessarily want to go back through that tunnel with your friend.
The cellar's over that way, and he kind of points across the crevasse back into the area that you guys you gather it's back in that area where the fountain was.
Oh right, we were just there. Well, I'm sorry about your friends, but we were kind of being paid to empty the nest.
Did well, it seems like you did a good job.
Yeah?
Congratulations. You're murderers. At least we
Well.
didn't murder anybody.
Well, you lot were selling people, and I'd argue that could be worse.
Yeah, I wasn't selling anybody. I didn't know that was happening. Had I known that was happening, I would have picked a different gang.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
It's a 19.
Yeah. He's being pretty honest. Drunkenly honest.
Well, now I feel like now I feel dirty.
And so, like I said, there's this entire conversation is taking place in that crevasse in section, or so down in this area. I'll start dragging you guys down. And while you guys are standing here, oh, where did he go? Oh, there he is. While you guys are standing here, Dane can you can make me a perception check.
Okay. Another 13. Have fun with that one.
So as he's spewing chunks into the the crevasse and wiping everything off, you look down, kind of just following the trail of vomit down, and you see a glint of silver. And looking in closer to it, it's it's like a strap, a metal strap to the top of a chest. And
How far down?
30 feet.
Bob? Was it?
No. Steven, the one that's hurling. The one in between Nidus and Numo is Clock. And the last one is, I don't remember.
All right. Well, Steven, you have any idea what might be down there? Possibly covered in your vomit.
I know that one-eyed thing liked storing stuff down there. We never found out where. We didn't want to bother him because we feel like if we did, he would attack us because it's his stash.
I got a really good idea.
We'll come back here and investigate it.
Why don't we lower down friend Bob here on a rope?
Or
Have him.
we could do it ourselves.
I don't know. Maybe
We'll do it ourselves later.
I don't know, maybe
Our friends here are in
Both is
need of new accommodations.
you guys are no fun.
I think they're a bit incapacitated to think about maybe running away. Right, boys?
Yeah. Running away.
Yeah, but if, the thing down the tunnel gets mad and comes and decides to fight, I don't want them caught in the
We'll
fray.
take care of it.
Okay.
They'll be fine. They're basically toddlers. Give a stern voice, tell them what to do. They're probably gonna do it.
You lot,
You're a
line up against that
toddler.
line up against that wall over there, then.
Okay. You're a toddler.
Sorry.
Hey,
Wasn't there a small room in the other area that we could secure them in?
Yeah, Vlad, would you like to go tie that door back together so the bugbears don't get out?
yeah, I thought that was a thing. Let's tie that back up. I was kind of upset that got untied before.
Okay. Spending a moment to tie it back. Got it. All right, and who's going down?
Aye.
Okay. So it's going to be a athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you choose, to climb down the 30 feet of a rough rock face.
We're missing a bandit here. There were 3 of them. Oh, they're on top of each other. Okay.
Oh God,
You piled them.
they're
If
that
possible,
drunk.
I'd like to place a python and also tie my rope to it.
Yeah, definitely. Easy enough.
Cool. All right.
And that'll actually
Oh,
negate the
so
need
we'll
for a
fall.
check.
Oh, solid. Pays to be prepared. So, I'll start making my way down.
Making my way down to the crevasse.
Yeah.
All right. So, what you find is a battered wooden chest that seems to be kind of like awkwardly wedged into a cubbyhole of the crevasse underneath that bridge, kind of haphazardly underneath the bridge. And as you pull it out, it does have some heft to it as well as some jingle of glass, maybe some tang of metal. It's pretty long, actually, as well. It has some heft to it. It may take a little bit of effort to haul it up, including or including yourself, but by the rope, or you could send it up first.
I'll just go ahead and tie the rope to it, nice and secure. I got 50 feet, so 20 feet to work with.
Oh yeah, you got plenty.
And if possible, I like to climb up with the chest, like side by side.
Okay, yeah, perfectly possible. This will probably be an acrobatics or athletics check.
Gotcha.
I think it's a little
Athletics.
cumbersome.
19. No, I'm not coming up with the chest. I'm coming up alongside it.
Okay,
Just by myself.
not on the rope.
No, not on the rope.
Oh,
Just
okay.
climbing up the wall.
So you actually beat the chest up. You find some nicely sized footholds and handholds, and you climb right up. And you pull the last little bit of rope up. And as you're climbing up over the edge, the three red brands have kind of slumped against the wall, and even though the two of them are kind of like leaning and standing, you can see that their eyes they're fading very fast.
Can I use shape water to take some water in my kink and splash it into each of their faces?
Sure.
Just to wake them up a bit.
And as you do, the three of them just all go. Well, that was mighty uncalled for.
We're about to stop moving. Looked like you
Oh.
could use a little wakey.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let's help
I'm gonna
them across
whisper-
this bridge.
Storm, if they fall asleep again, let me do a fun little trick. No one will get hurt, I promise.
Your idea of fun scares me.
No. It's really funny, trust me.
Let's get moving, shall we?
So, you guys are trying to go through the main entrance.
Mhm.
All right. So they drunkenly lead you across the bridge, and down through the hallway that leads into that one door that you have opened up. Oh god, this is so glitchy. I don't like this. Freaking roll 20 on Google Chrome sucks.
It's weird it gives you so many issues, because I use Google Chrome for it, and it doesn't really seem to treat me poorly.
I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's like just because I've got other shit open and doing other shit. But it gives me this issue on Rune Lords too.
Chrome is a pretty heavy program to begin with.
You're a heavy
It's chunky.
Yeah. Well, so they lead you back into this corridor with the fountain in the center. And they begin making their way up the stairwell. And around. Let's see if this works better. That works a little better. Yeah. And then they lead you out, and as you climb the short 10-foot stairwell, you open up a pair of cellar doors, and you open out into a darkened sky, a brightish moon, to the rear of the Tressendar Manor.
Can I turn to Burdane real quick? Do we want to bring them back to the Townmaster, or do you think we should just let them go?
Well, if we want to reform them, like you were asking them questions about whether or not they could be good, then we should probably take them in rather than let them go.
I mean, they're pretty drunk. I wouldn't feel very good letting them go off on their own like this, regardless.
You said you had a job for us.
I said I could talk to
Did
the
you-
town master about maybe finding something for you lot. It would really be up to the people, I think.
Oh
You'd
yeah.
have to you'd have to be promised to be very good. Can you do that?
Sure. Weird blue lady says be good.
Well, I'll start escorting them back towards the town master's hall.
Okay. And as you make the escort trip, you cross by the sleeping giant tap house, and you notice that it has been adequately cleaned up. And you enter into Sildar's or the town master's hall. The clerk up the front has gone home for the evening, but you still see a candlelight coming from the back room where you know Sildar's office stands or sits. And as the footsteps or the clatter of footsteps resonates throughout the building, Sildar stands up from his desk and pokes his head out from the office, noticing Verdane up front with 3 men behind him, and he's wearing the red
Oh, we're
brand
all-
jerseys. Like all of you
we're
are
all
with
here
you.
too.
I know you're all here, but Verdane's up front. And he's okay. I didn't expect this.
Neither did I, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, who are they?
They're part of the Red Band Bandits, but apparently, I don't know, they were just guards. Didn't know what was happening in there. I felt a bit bad about killing their friends, so we decided to let these ones live.
Verdane, is this true?
It's not really our best moment.
Would you rather have killed them, Bodane?
Sorry, your accent mangled that first word. What'd you say?
Would you rather have killed them?
No, that's the point I'm getting at. Do you remember the sleeping giant?
Yeah.
Remember most of the brigands that were there? And now they're not there anymore. I'd rather us have not killed them at all, honestly. So, I think that makes a total of 12 killed or spared.
Well,
The metrics are nasty, but
It's a pile of dust or two.
Five alive total out of the bandits. That we know of, right? Besides one who ran away, that would be 6.
well, I'm glad you cleared out that rat hole. Are we imprisoning them? The deed's done?
Well, I told them that, well, they promised that they could be good, and I said that it is possible that we could talk about them getting some sort of paid work here. You know, like maybe a probation? I guess it would be up to you. But they don't seem like a bad lot. They just circumstances, you know? I've been there. Suppose I'm lucky I didn't get killed.
It's gonna be difficult. But I'll see what I can do.
You're the boss, man.
We do need police force. And who better to police the area than the ones that were causing the problem in the beginning? As long as they could be on their best behavior.
You lot, can you be on your best behavior?
They're slowly beginning to sober up now and realizing what's going on, and like, this is not at all how we were expecting this to go down. There's still money involved. Because we've got people and things to take care of ourselves. And Sildar pops up and part of the probationary period will be a stipend pay, but yes, there will be money. And all of them just kind of shrug and like, okay.
Do you have any other friends who might be interested? Who we didn't murder?
No, it seems like they're all dead from what we saw from the walkthrough. Did Glassstaff survive?
Yeah, he ran like a little shit.
Sounds like him.
Oh, that reminds us. Sildar, we're gonna need to have a private conversation.
Just the two of us.
Well, like the group and you.
Just the two of us. Sorry.
but it's just like,
But okay. And he's gonna take step past Burdain and put a pair of manacles on all three of them and saying, "Oh, this is just gonna be temporary," and then lead them back to the back room, and you hear a large iron bar door close. And he'll come back to the rest of the group. Okay. Well, but ain't any news on Lano?
Other than who we presume might be that figure our friends were talking about.
Glassstaff.
called him
We think
Glassstaff.
Lano might be Glassstaff. Who has the letter? I think I grabbed it, or I think Val grabbed it, or me.
It was
I grabbed it.
Yeah, it was Valera.
Val,
Yeah.
if you would.
Oh yes, that's right. And just pull it out and just hand it over.
And as he looks over it, you can see his face just begin to darken. Well, it seems we have our answers of our missing mage turned traitor.
Unfortunately, he's the one that got away.
Doesn't surprise me that he's a crafty one. Well, as promised, he'll set a small chest down in front of each of you, or in front of you on the his main table, and push it towards Burdain, who's still in the front. Let's see, 7. There's 200 gold pieces in here. As thank you for clearing out the mana.
Oh.
Now it seems we can start reconstructing.
Appreciate it.
And this is when all of you can add your experience into your character sheets.
How
How
much
much
are we
was it
thinking?
again?
It was 285. So, and that should make all of you level 3 at this point.
So a total of 1,049 XP.
Let me double check. Hello, Mitchell.
Hello.
Yes. 1049.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and parcel out the gold reward. Ooh, that is... Let's see what we got. Yeah, gross. I suppose we should divide it 6 ways. 7 ways.
I believe it's 7.
It's alright, I don't have to get anything.
All right. Numo gives up his share. Trying to get back down to 6. It was 200 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not a pretty number.
He'll hold up his hands and like, no, I was late to join the party.
Was he joining? Is he part of us?
Sildar looks at him like, I don't know who this person is.
We found him in there. He was being kept prisoner, and then he helped us.
I think we should keep him. He's very nifty.
He's not a pet, but if you'd like to stay with us, Numo, I'm not really sure what we've been doing. Clearing out the bandits, and there's another dwarf who needs saving and such. I'm not really sure. We're just kind of going with the flow here.
Well, I was with them just because I didn't want the innocents to get hurt. So I don't mind joining you for a bit. I don't know if I'll be able to stay the whole time, but I've got nothing else better to do right now. If you'll have me.
All right,
Got
then.
got a lot of things to work out myself, to be honest.
And our little family becomes stranger and stranger.
Well, it seems you lot are pretty capable of, clearing out misfits. Any more information that you gathered from down there? Any news on Rockseeker?
Unfortunately not. The bandits didn't seem to know much, but all we really learned was about the from the letter about Yano, and then the weird spider signature. One of the women we saved told us about a place in Thunder Tree. I don't know, really not much.
Now, for clarification, the one that told you about the Thunder Tree was Elderleaf, not
Oh, right.
Yeah. She gave Nidus a bit of information that he hasn't explained to the party yet, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, the evening's drawing in. I suppose it's a good time for you guys to go get some rest. If you have no further need of me, then I was gonna make my way to Stonehill and have a few drinks.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Alright. And he blows out some of the torch sconces that he has around the room, and closes one of the thicker ledgers that it sits in the middle of his desk and puts a top on the inkwell. and steps out and closes the door behind you. And he looks down at the chest that Burdane is dragging behind him. Ah, okay. All right. And then begins leading you guys to the Stonehill Inn, where the rest of you are able to grab some drinks and sit down and have a nice meal provided for you.
Oh, time to crack open this chest.
Okay.
Ooh, haven't said that since I was with my wife.
You're gonna have to tell me that story one day, Burdane. You've said that many times before.
Maybe.
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 Well, and so he's sitting at the table with you guys, and for the sake of it, Lunk, you've been following along quietly behind him. So you would know most of the, or you overheard all of the information that we've shared. And so you're sitting in the tavern. Let me change over the scene, that way it helps get a better idea. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, map change. Dun, 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 dun. Let's zoom out here so I can give a better full view. Yeah, Google Chrome is fucking chunky as fuck.
Yep.
Like, I really don't think it's necessary that whenever I'm loading a new page on Google Chrome, that my fucking graphics card fucking whirs up to, you know. I'm just like, why? Alright. So, Sildar takes over the booth down towards the south. And drinks and food are provided for you, like I said. And cracking open that chest, or you find that there's a very rusted lock placed on it to close it, or keep it closed. But just pulling on it a little bit with your big hands, it snaps from the rust. And pushing it open, you find a leather satchel. Pretty large in size, and picking it up, it jingles with the sound of coin and something a little bit heavier inside. There are 2 vials of a reddish liquid that you recognize as potion of healing, as well as a piece of parchment that's rolled and closed. No, the most notable thing that you find, and like I said, this chest is a pretty decent width, and it's not very wide, or it's wide but not very long. And at the very bottom, underneath everything, you find a sword, a long sword, and it has a silver chest scabbard across it. And as you draw the blade out, you see inscribed in a inscribed in common, is the name Talon across the blade. And the hilt is kind of worked and shaped in a way of outspread, or wings that are, spread outwards. And as you're looking at this sword, and all of you, as Verdane kind of, is holding it up and looking at it, you guys can make me some history checks.
Okay.
Well, somebody. Oh God.
I'm still trying to figure out which rogue archetype I'm going with, so feel free to make it history checks on that one.
Okay.
18.
Numo saves the day.
Belira with another 18.
Hey.
Guess I'm chopped liver then. Damn.
Well, I didn't see
Yours
it.
took a second to show up.
Likely story.
No, I mean, I'm watching.
What's
I literally have a little thing right here now that shows the D&D Beyond rollers. So whenever you roll on D&D Beyond, I'm getting that and roll 20. And there was
Nice.
literally a 20-second delay between when I saw it on D&D Beyond versus when I saw it on roll 20.
I do want to point out, I would have had an 18, but I have to roll with disadvantage.
That's your lunk. Well, Sildar starts off the conversation with, I remember somebody. It was known as the Black Hawk. And that's what sparks both Numo's and Valera's. Strangely, Valera, you've read quite a bit about this area before with your upbringing, you had to read a lot about other areas rather than your home world. And you know that the great knight known as the Black Hawk was a man named Aldith Tressendar. And supposedly the story goes, Sir Aldith died fighting off the orcs that attacked the hidden caverns below his manor. And Talon had been lost for a century, but it seems like this Nothic has found it.
I'd whistle if I could.
Hmm?
I would whistle if I could.
Mm. Don't worry, Badane, I got it for you. And
That hand in the way.
those of you proficient with Arcana can also make me an Arcana check.
Half proficiency counts, right?
Half proficiency does count.
The fuck is half proficiency?
Means you're
Becomes
not fully
bard.
proficient.
Oh.
You get
Yeah,
half
bards
of
are
it,
awesome. You get half proficiency to everything you're not proficient in. So
Oh,
basically.
interesting. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
one of my buddies actually had a bard rogue multi-class, and his stats were just dumb.
Rogues are fucking crazy because rogues can, with their expertise that they get later on, they can
Yeah,
be
they just pick.
Yeah, they can be better at a wizard at Arcana if they chose to. But let's see. So Numo and Valera. Valera again. You recognize that the blade itself is magical in nature. Its craft is very exquisite. A masterwork, if you will. And so this is a +1 longsword. And Sildar is kind of looking it up and down and like, that's a mighty fine sword.
Mm. Mm-mm.
No way we can sell it.
You don't want to use it? If you're not going to use it, I'll buy it.
Well, looking around, do any of you lot use a sword? Tom, that would be a strength, not dex.
Yeah, long swords are not finesse weapons.
Just being a smartass.
What's a smartass?
How about you, Lunk? I know you like your lance, though.
Out of character, not to like min max or anything, but what is the damage of a longsword? I've never used one. If it's at least like a D8 or D10, I don't see why Lunk wouldn't use it.
Well,
Should be. I think it's a D8.
Wait,
I believe
it's a versatile, isn't it?
No, long swords or short swords are the versatile ones.
It's
That
1d. No, long swords can be versatile.
I'll use it though. Oh, I mean,
Short
either way,
swords, short swords are light.
or at least hold on to it for the time being. You know, don't want it to go to waste. You never know.
It's 1d8
Might be useful to the party later.
And then 1d10 versatile. Unless
It's a
obviously
+1.
talent is different, but
Yeah, so the versatile property for long swords are different than a short sword. The versatile or the short sword has the finesse property, which allows you to use your dexterity modifier instead of your strength modifier. Long sword, its versatile property allows you to use 2 hands versus 1 hand. So if you're using a longsword one-handed, it's 1d8. If you're using it with a two-handed strike, it is 1d10.
Yeah, Lunk will hold on to it for the time being. You said it's a +1?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can just
Dope. +1 longsword.
yeah, and it's the blue one, not the green one. So when you go to add it to your sheet. But
The blue one's a +2 longsword.
there should be a blue +1. But if not, then just add the green one. It's just blue on my sheet.
Okay.
So yeah, just whatever's a +1. Okay. After
Does it have a special name or anything? Just you said
Yeah.
it's blue.
talent.
I'm actually looking at them now.
It's not a named item, but it does in its description. It has a name. It's named talent.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just add the +1 longsword. Then I'm not seeing it. Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
You're good. Always good to clarify. And like I said, if you missed it, it's a longsword with talon etched on it, and then the hilt is worked in the shape of a bird of prey with outspread wings.
Lunk would definitely appreciate this.
So, putting us back to the there's also that bag that I narrated for you, Burdane. Feeling or lifting it up and hefting it up, it's pretty heavy. It contains a good number of gold coins, as well as it seems like some stone.
Can I count through it?
Sure. Takes you a minute, but grand total, it's 160 silver pieces, 120 gold pieces, and then 5 malachite gems.
Can Lunk try to help count?
Jesus.
Yes.
I'll help Lunk count.
With Burdane's help, Lung gets to 35 for the first time.
I was actually gonna say after not being able to get to 10 after a while, Lunk just starts getting frustrated and just starts counting out in Dwarven, and he gets all the way to 35.
What?
Unorthodox, but all right. Oh, good job.
I'm impressed, Lunk. I don't know what you were saying, but sounds like counting.
Well, me speak dwarf people. People who find me and raise me are dwarves. So they teach me to speak like them.
Oh, and here I was thinking you were raised by wolves.
I never really finished common before I lost them, though.
Well, that's a
That is
bummer.
quite
Yeah,
sad.
big bummer. Those are real parents and your adopted parents.
One could be alone in woods for a long time.
Well, Lunk is no longer alone.
And
Lunk have new friends.
Sildar will raise a glass to that to Lunk, and it's a new family and new friends. Aye.
Oh, family stretching it. But yes, new friends.
Well, what's next for you lot? I've got a new, I guess you could call him a mercenary, coming in from Neverwinter. It should be in the next day or so. He's gonna help me kind of straighten out the town. What's on your docket?
Well, we still have to try and track down Cragmore Castle.
Did you find any leads to lead you there?
Seems that we're... Well, at least we should be headed off to Thunder Tree.
Be
Things
wary.
seem to be pointing us towards that direction.
Well, if you're going to Thunder Tree, I'm sure you remember, but be wary. Apparently that town was taken over by some undead.
Oh,
May not be a pretty sight when you get there.
noted.
Well, no. Well, we'll do so.
I've also heard.
Oh, we do have a name, by the way.
Aye?
Aye. Oh, goodness. What was the name?
Redolf.
Raidoff?
Redolf.
Redolf.
Yeah, apparently
We have a name and a place.
Yeah. Could find her or him, the Thunder Tree ruins.
Believe it's him, and I've heard the name. A couple months back, he left Neverwinter to, he kind of popped in all these different places, and he, according to some of my former associates' reports, he took off there to take care of that undead problem, but we haven't heard from him in a matter of months.
Not
Sorry, who was that again?
good information.
Who was speaking?
No, who was he talking about?
Rudolph.
Thunder Tree seems to be our only lead at the moment.
Well, since Rockseeker's not back, I'm sure you can use his card again. Just ask Both and he can rig it up for you. He's gonna look around the bar, and yeah, you can see Barthen, his wife, and their son actually sitting a few tables down from you, and Sildar would stand up, walk over, and you see them conversing for a few minutes, and then he'll pat Barthen on the back and then walk back. Okay, he'll be there as dawn sets in, and he'll have the cot ready for you shortly after.
Appreciate
Great.
it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The least I could do. You've brought me new guards, strangely, and taken care of quite a big deal in this town. We need to start renovating. We're not worried about thievery. We actually have a new guard post. I'm gonna have to actually build a barracks. Huh.
Maybe you
Hey.
could use the old. Maybe you could use the old tap house.
That's a good idea. Repurpose it. It'd be good for the gods because it already has the workings for eggs. They'll need them on the off time.
Hopefully they won't need to do too much around here.
Oh, I'm hoping not. As I said, I do have a new mercenary coming in, and I'm hoping he's going to help me use his particular skills to help me gather some information around town with everything that's been going on lately. So, should I guess the best way to say that is, if you need anything else, come and get me. I'm 2 mugs in, and I think I'm good to go bunk down for the evening. I appreciate all your hard work,
Of course.
and do come back if you need more work. We've got a few other things that we could have taken care of if you at a loss for options.
Yeah, hopefully the next time we're back here we'll have your friend.
Hopefully. Well, and he'll put his hands up on the table and give a salute over to Burdane and begin walking out of the Stonehill Inn, leaving technically the 7 of you sitting around the table. Nidus is there, but not there.
Storm is going to drink a lot.
Never mind. Thought I had something.
You don't have anything?
Nah. Thought I had an idea, but
How much did we all get from the chest?
it was 160 silver, 120 gold. I didn't divide those up yet,
Ah, alright.
but
Alright,
the number
no
was
worries
in
then.
there.
Jeez. So it was just the sword and the gold and stuff from the chest. We got all that hashed out, basically.
There was also...
There were 2 vials and a piece of parchment.
Yes.
Ah, that's right, that's right.
Would you like
we...
me to teach you how to read?
Yes.
Oh, Torm. It's gonna take forever. Maybe some other time, actually.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the parchment.
Opening it up, it's inscribed with arcane runes.
Ooh, not my forte. Storm, don't get too drunk. You might need your eyes.
She just squints at him and keeps drinking.
Hmm.
Make a constitution check, Storm.
Save or check?
Save.
That's a 4.
Yeah,
There's a lightweight tonight.
yeah.
Well, she's drinking for a reason.
A lot of tiredness, a lot of fatigue begins to set in, and this ale, even though it's the same ale that you've become accustomed to, it's hitting harder tonight, and you are starting to get to the bit where, you feel loosey-goosey.
Strawberries! Strawberries! She points to her mug and kind of sloshes it at Val.
I have proficiency on Arcana. Would that be helpful?
Please make a check if you would like.
Strawberries!
Yeah, Val will do
I'll be like, I'll take a look. I've seen these things before.
Nice.
Well,
Good
that's
job.
fine.
What exactly does this letter say?
It is a scroll, a magical scroll, and Numo,
Yes.
you're relatively familiar with this spell. It is a scroll of augury. Basically, it's a type of divination magic. Using this spell, you know that you can try to receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So
Sorry.
No, you're good. That's basically it.
I have seen this before. Actually, in fact, some of the reasons I am I am how I am today is because of a scroll that I didn't quite understand. But that's a conversation for later.
Right. Well, I can't give you too much shit. You did pretty well. You know, first time being asked to do something for us. Thank you, by the way.
No thanks needed. I'm just happy that you guys showed up when you did, because it was me against all the lot of them, and I had some innocence in those cells. So I appreciate you guys coming. Just couldn't let them get taken away like I've seen so many before.
Uh, do you always imitate other things? I've seen you 3 or 4 different ways now.
Well,
It's a bit concerning.
I'm sorry. It's
It's
usually
very
off-putting.
weird.
I was how do I put this to make sense? I was born with particular skills when it comes to uh, copying other people, and it was only exacerbated with a particular magic thing from a different place. And well, I haven't found out how to solve it yet, but I learned from a good friend that wasn't so judgmental to my shape shifting abilities, and they actually taught me the way of a druid, and I haven't really got the knack of that either. So I'm kind of just getting along day after day and trying to do the best I can to make amends for some poor choices I've had in my previous life.
Do you miss being yourself? Or at least looking as yourself?
To be honest, I don't even know who I am anymore.
Oh, poor darling.
I've been no one and everyone in the same turn.
I thought you were Numo.
Storm is nodding very seriously. And she goes, "Another one for this man over here."
And quickly, the barmaid comes over and hands another round of drinks.
What's your favorite flavor, Numo?
My favorite slaver?
Yeah,
Slaver?
flavor,
Slaver?
flavor.
Oh, flavor.
What taste do you like?
I like the taste of freedom.
What does freedom taste like?
Pretty much anything that makes you hiccup.
What do you like? Bacon, strawberry,
I say Val should
pancake?
prestidigitation it to make it taste like freedom, and it ends up tasting like one of those like firework pops that you get around like 4th of July.
Oh,
Val,
it's
freedom,
it's got
freedom.
it's got a wee bit of gum in the bottom. This is brilliant. Anyways, just
For
to
freedom.
go off my name. It's not actually my name. I was called numerous things, so I kind of took that for my name myself. My name is Numeros.
Storm starts laughing uncontrollably in like that really drunken way.
But
Thaddeus just whispers a bit on the nose.
yeah, well, when you make poor choices when you're an adolescent, you don't really remember much about your life beforehand. But
Well,
it's fine.
if you could choose another name for yourself, would you?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Perhaps
What?
that will be our next adventure.
What exactly do you name something that could be different as quickly as the weather changes?
Storm.
I can just see
I s-
I can just see Valyria coming out at some point with like a list of names she's tried to prepare for Numo. As
Oh
like,
yeah,
what do you-
she's already going.
No. You can have my name, and I'll take yours. Or we can both be Storm.
I think
Well.
we have enough storms in our life.
I'd just
agree.
like. Oh, go ahead. Were you saying something, Eric?
Nope.
All right. I'd just like to say from this point on, if I offend anybody by who and what I turned into, it's not intentional, and I apologize.
Turn into me.
It's not that simple, love.
Bob right here. Just
Can we get her another strawberry drink or whatever she wants?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure there's press.
Pancakes.
Again. Oh, pancakes, that's a fun one. And then again, just prestidigitation.
So, you guys have or as you guys continue having this conversation, the bar slowly begins to dwindle down. Barthen leaves. The barmaid, finishes cleaning the counter and leaves herself, leaving just Stonehill, his wife, and his son. And the two of them make their way into the back room and seem to leave for the evening, while Stonehill still is behind the bar, looking over a few books that is sitting out over the bar. And as he gets through, closes each one and then just brings out a small another book and begins just reading quietly.
At this point, Storm is so drunk that she gets up and she wanders off and she starts just dancing by herself with no music.
Well, don't do that. Valyria will just start playing something.
And anything else you guys want to do before we bed down?
Valyria will turn to Numo, like before they all get ready for bed or whatever, and be like, "Oh, and don't worry about offending me. You won't. I grew up with demons after all." And then she's like, "Good night." Just goes.
What did she say?
Let me put on my big nerd glasses and correction. The Nine Hells doesn't have any demons. It's devils.
My bad. So sorry.
The demons are in the abyss. There's a
My
difference.
bad. Retcon. She says devils, not demons.
Nerd!
there is technically a difference. He's not wrong.
I watched a whole video on this and it was actually pretty damn interesting. So, like, I can go in.
D&D is very, very like cutthroat on.
Not really. It's just a lot of interesting lore. Like, you know, the reason why demon or devils are allowed essentially to walk around is because they're on the lawful spectrum of the evil spectrum. So they're, you know, the lawful side of the material plane is like, okay, at least they have some kind of structure and they're not always out to just actually like wipe out the plane, and so there was actually a big portion of time where demons or devils and even fucking clerics got together and fought against the demons of the abyss.
I
Because
could see that.
yeah, demons are chaotic, evil.
Yeah.
Pretty cool video. But anyway, if I could find it again, I'll send it. But yeah.
I assume that's pretty much everything. I guess Lunk would just finish his food and drink and then head on up.
Okay. All right. And
Norm never heads up to bed.
so
Left her by herself.
everyone makes your way up to bed except for Storm so far.
Yeah. Flavius can go to bed.
Okay.
Hopefully not drinking much.
Burdane.
He is AFK.
Okay. So Storm. While you were drunkenly dancing, please make me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Welcome to
So
the
that's
club.
a natural 17 and a natural 14. Plus my wisdom save is a 6. So that's a 21.
Okay. Wait, 14 plus 6 would be 20.
20. My bad.
Well,
Can't math. I too am drunk.
so you save, and so you're able to. The reason for the save is to whether or not you recognize this. And you recognize small, almost like static, come into the back, into the back of your head. Like there's whispering going on, and you hear the voice of Puck chime in. I'm making my way to Phandelver in a few days. If you're still there, how about a drink? And that's the end of that message. You recognize this as his ability to send message, or for sending.
Drunk Storm sits there and she's like mid drink, and Toblin can see her go. Just like they all confused. It takes her about 6 times longer than usual to understand what just happened.
So, but with that,
Can you hear me?
with the sending spell, you are able to reply with with a limit of 25 words. So you have, "Can you hear me?"
I'm very drunk. I think I might be a bad person.
5 more.
Pancakes are good.
You got 1 more.
Are you still dancing?
Pancake is technically 1 word, so she's got 2 more.
True. 2 more.
That's it. That's all she's
So
got.
it just cuts off.
Dope. Dope.
Sorry, she'll say pancakes are so good.
Okay.
Now, Storm, did you need assistance getting to your room?
Where'd you come from? I thought I was alone.
Even Toblin is just standing there looking up from his book and just.
She was talking to herself.
I'm still here. I've been here the whole time, just watching the spectacle.
I couldn't see you over the counter.
Are you all right? Do you need assistance?
No, I'm good.
Your boot is coming undone.
She kicks off both boots.
Please, make sure you're wearing your shoes at least in the section.
Hey, Storm, you dropped your pocket.
I thought everybody went to sleep.
I didn't leave. I've been here the whole time. There's some to drink.
Yeah, Vladius, Valera, and Lunk, and I'm assuming Verdane already went up.
I don't need much rest. And to be honest with you, every time I go to bed, it seems that I have a chance of waking up someone different.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It gets tiring real quick. I go through clothes like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, wouldn't it be exciting if you woke up as me?
Yes, sure. You
Winnie,
fancy? Go ahead.
so, were you born a girl or a boy?
I don't know. I don't know how you remember your birth, but I don't really remember mine.
So you've never had like the curiosity, like, you know, maybe you were born a dude, and then all of a sudden you could change into people and you're like, ooh, boobies, or vice versa?
Maybe when I was younger, but nowadays it just seems all appendages are in the way, if you know what I mean.
Her eyes get really big and she looks down at your pants.
Easy, easy. Maybe it would be best if you slipped off the rest of this, huh?
No, another one.
He's gonna hold up his hand. He's like, she's good. Maybe a glass of water or maybe some coffee.
Yeah,
Ale.
Toblin hands over a piping hot cup of coffee.
It's like, hey Storm, but you haven't tried it. This is prestidigitation ale that tastes like warm coffee.
I had that yesterday. So good.
Give it a go.
She's gonna start chugging it.
It's hot.
I love it here.
I'll stay up with you as long as you want, but I suggest you lay your head down sooner than later, because with how
Well, you
much you've
see,
been
I'm trying
drinking,
to forget all the murder.
you're trying to do what with the murder?
Forget.
Yeah, as many lives I've lived and as many lives I've taken, you kind of never forget it.
Well, I just feel kind of bad because I don't know. They're like land pirates. I never really thought about it that way. And you know,
That's-
pirates aren't bad. They're just trying to make a living. And we just
Listen,
killed them.
there's a difference between pirates that are out for stealing and pillaging as opposed to slavers or trying
Yeah,
to
but
take
those
people and sell
the
them.
gods, they said they didn't know.
Do you realize what alcohol is? If
Yeah,
you
she
kept
holds up her cup.
if you kept drinking, would you say that you didn't know that you kept drinking? There comes a
Yeah.
point where you kind of knew what you want and you knew what you do.
What?
In other words, they knew that they were slavers.
But they
They
didn't.
they were just looking for the quick money.
Yeah, so were we. So was everybody, right?
Except we don't take people, rob them from their homes, rob them from their families, and sell them for profit. At
Well,
least I don't.
they didn't personally do that. That was the bosses.
And you know that for a fact. You met them for 5 minutes while they were drunk playing a card game or whatever that ball bouncing thing was.
That was not cards. I'm pretty sure those were dice.
There were Knucklebones.
I know that. Stormstruck.
Either way, they're not good people. The lot of them. That's why I even did what I did while I was even there where I was there. I could have just done what seems like most people do and just pretend like it didn't happen. I wasn't having none of it, especially with those two young ones.
Yeah, I suppose, even as a pirate, if I were hired for a job. What was I saying?
You were to mention it. You're gonna go to bed, and I'll bring it up.
No. If I had to guard a cell full of women and children, I'd probably question things.
That's what I'm saying. They knew what they were doing.
But didn't they?
That sounds like a question for tomorrow. Let's get upstairs. He's gonna kind of like shuffle her,
Today's
up-
tomorrow.
pick up the boots, and he's gonna kind of like sort of like pseudo push her, and like kind of like guide her. Do you
Okay.
remember what room you're in?
That one. She points to a random one.
He's gonna call out like as he's kind of walking away. What room is she in?
She was in the one with, if I remember correctly, Vladius and Valera.
I thought it was with Nidus.
Did he refuse to sleep with you?
Yeah. He
I
bunked
think
up
he
with
might have
Bourdain.
switched rooms with Bourdain, and I don't know where.
Either
I think
way,
they might have
you get
bunked
into a
down.
room.
Yeah, meta wise doesn't matter. I bring her to the room that she was predetermined to before, the right room. Are you
Okay.
gonna be able to take your load off? He's gonna like sit her down on the bed, kind of like put her in like the fetal position and put a blanket on her. Enjoy your dreams. I'll see you tomorrow.
Puck, can you hear me?
No response.
Newman's gonna look around
She's gonna keep muttering to herself.
and he's gonna walk
basically.
away.
Okay. So bedding down for the evening, all of you are able to get a nice long rest. So mark off the long rest. You can accept your level ups have finally taken full effect. And you awake in the morning, some a little bit later than others, and some a little bit more hungover than others. But you make your way back down to the bottom of the inn. Have a nice breakfast. The staff has returned, although it is a little bit slower this morning. You have your meals, and you begin making your way out of the Stonehill Inn towards Barthen's Provisions. As you arrive, the what's that?
I'm no longer a dwarf male.
Okay. And as you arrive at Barthen's Provision, you see the cart has already been prepared. There's some small travel supplies in there, and it is ready for you to set off. Anything that you guys would like to do before setting off, or
Breakfast?
already had it?
Yeah.
Yep, full belly.
I'll actually wander over to Lady Grey. I don't remember her first name. Greywind? Her shop?
Uh-huh. So that's going south, the opposite direction. All right.
Mhm.
You open the door to her shop to a little bit of a ting-a-ling-ling-ling bell. And she's standing behind the pedestal and looks up. Storm, welcome back.
Hi! Do you have any, shaded glasses? Spectacles?
No, that would be more of Bothan's speed, and I don't even know if he has any of those. Maybe a big hat?
That's alright. Do you still have that padded leather? The studded leather?
I do.
I seem to have a little more spare change.
You would like to spend it here?
Yes?
She pulls the studded leather down off the little half mannequin and sets it on the counter in front of you. Well, I believe the price we spoke of before was 40 gold.
Yeah, absolutely. And she will get the gold out of her pouch.
Word travels really fast around this town, and it seems you were part of the crew that helped with the Red Brand situation. let's make it 25.
Oh, I really appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. She'll hand over.
Gladius. I'm sorry, Gladius would have liked to have followed along a few moments behind, seeing this transaction going through, walking and saying, I've got some stud leather to sell.
Oh, fuck! Vlad!
You've got some to sell. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Here, and she'll clear off a part of the counter. What are you putting on the counter?
I believe I had 3 sets of studded leather, and oh yeah, I got 3 more things of studded leather, and some short swords and some other things to get rid of.
You bastard!
I've been looting bodies this whole time.
Oh, it was from the dead people. Okay, never mind. I didn't want it anyway. You should put
Yeah.
these off it, though.
And so, looking at it side by side with the leather that you're purchasing versus the ones that he's putting down, the leather that you're purchasing is a much better quality, and also unused. There's no scars or pitting from stabs or arrow wounds, and well, 3 short swords, a few crossbows, and 3 sets of studded leather. I could, with the condition, I could probably do 75 gold for the lot.
That works. Let's move it along.
Can I throw in my old set of leather here?
As in one transaction, or do you want to do yours separately?
No,
Let's do
we
it.
can do it together.
Okay, that'll make it 85.
Deal.
Okay, so you can get rid of that out of your inventory and add 85 or however you want to do.
I figured we'd split it with the party. Unless you wanted to split it between the 2 of us.
Yeah, we'll give it along the rest of it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She's.
Yeah. Well, I didn't loot the bodies and carry it back, so maybe a little extra for me. But the math doesn't quite work out right.
How many of us are there now? 6? 85. What's an even way to divide something slightly less than 85 by 6? Not good at math.
Well, I will get. I'll tell you what. I'll take 25 and everyone else can have 10. What? Wait, and then that would be divided. So that
Wait,
would
what
give
about
me
me?
35.
I'm standing right here.
Okay, so if I don't get 35,
How about we
I'll
each
give-
get. Hold
we
on.
each get.
How about we each get.
Tell you
Oh,
what.
fuck.
Tell you what, Storm. Let's just split it 50. Let's just split it between us, and we don't have to do the math. But I'm gonna take 45, and you're gonna get 40. Because I, the only math I'm not really good at is 1 minus 1 equals nothing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you can have 40 gold.
We should give a little to the party. They did help kill these bandits.
Okay. How do you think we should do this?
Alright,
We can worry about this later. You guys can have
This
this
is-
conversation
This
later.
is really Gladius playing like the cup trick. He's like sliding money around and like it's basically like the scam you do at a cash register where you like make them open up the drawer. But I'm like verbally doing this with numbers and arranging piles of gold and swapping them around.
Okay.
Well,
What's up?
while they're out, can Valera find like a jewelry shop?
Make an investigation check.
Hell.
So you're asking around while you're waiting on them. You get pretty much a definitive answer that the only type of jewelry that is sold in this town is going to be from Barthen's Provisions, and it's not going to be of a really high quality. It's mainly just basic brass, silver, and gold chokers, maybe some basic bracelets.
Perfect. She heads over.
Luckily, that's the direction the rest of the party is heading. So as you, what the heck is going on with this thing? Okay, but as you guys, as the rest of the party finally sits, so just for the sake of brevity, the entire party finally congregates around the Barthen's Provisions. Valeria, you're able to acquire some basic jewelry. Just send me a message of what you would like to acquire, and I'll tell you how much it costs, so we can keep the story rolling. And you guys pile into the cart and begin making your way in or towards Thunder Tree? Or are you heading somewhere else?
Personally, I think Verdane would like to go to Thunder Tree.
Heard
I
that.
believe that was our goal.
All right. So, remembering your
Yeah.
travels from Neverwinter to Phandalin, you know it's about a 2-day journey, and with the added distance from, or that you're traveling from, or towards Thunder Tree, you can either go the follow the actual road, which would put it at about 2 or 2.5 days, or you can kind of veer off as you get towards the high road at the end of the Tribord Trail, and go across the plains, which would be a little bit rougher of a travel, but it would shave about half a day's worth of travel off of your journey.
Well, which way?
Oh, we have a little bit of extra spending money for you lot. Gladius?
Gonna hand out 10 gold to everyone.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Do you guys have like a wagon or something? How
Yes.
do you travel?
Yeah, they have the
Well,
cart.
It's not really our cart, but we do have access to it.
You're gonna see a small female deep gnome come out of the tavern. Good morning, folks.
Ooh,
Sorry, it's Numa.
You're so tiny. It's adorable. She's gonna pat him on the head. Pat her on the head.
Thank you. Might need a boost up though.
Oh, Lunk! Can she ride on your shoulders?
Do you want to?
No, normally I think it'd be a bit rude to say that, but after what I saw Storm did last night, I know she's in love. I don't really care. It's up to you. I was just gonna sit in the back of the wagon, to be honest. But I'll take a boost.
Then, since that's where I'm sitting anyways, Lunk would help her up, and then
Storm will crawl up into the back as well.
How you feeling?
But honestly, I could use a little bit more sleep. like a whole day's worth.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
I will sit near the back in case I have to hurl.
moving you lovely lot back to the main map. As you can see, the short road to the Tribord Trail, and heading westward, you will encounter the high road and make your way north across towards Neverwinter. And the travel on the cart is pretty easy and pretty basic. And you get to, let's see, cart travel is pulling out my lovely DM screen. So, okay. So this would be considered a fast pace. 4 miles, 30 miles, and a full day. Leaving out. So, let's see. How big were the hexes again? What do they represent? One hex is 5 miles, so you'd be able to travel 6 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You'll be just turning on to the tribal or the high road as the sun begins to set. Knowing that this is a relatively safe part of the high road and Tribord Trail, setting up camp and all that you need to do for the evening, you're able to get another decent night's rest out on the road. And
Wait.
pick.
We slept for 8 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting towards the part of the road that you don't really have to set watch if you don't want to. Okay. And so for another full day's travel, it's going to be 2. And as you get to the bend of the road, you know that there's, or if you continue with the bend, you'll be heading directly towards Neverwinter. Have you guys decided whether or not you want to veer off the trail or continue on the trail?
I vote to veer off.
I think that'd be the best choice.
If Big Hand says we veer off, I say we veer off. He knows this place better than us. Is that better than me? Yeah. Trust in Big Hands.
Trust in big hands. All right.
Okay. So veering off,
Over
going
the road.
directly up. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Don't mind the bumps.
all right. So you're about to get here.
Sorry. No complications.
Looking around as you guys are traveling, oh, there's not much going on. It's a pretty it's a nice winter day. The sun's out and there's not any snow on the ground. It's a timid climate. There's a little bit of a chill to the wind, but other than that, it's relatively comfortable. And you know, you gather from your map and your knowledge of the area, Burdane, that if you push forward, you could probably hit Thunder Tree by before midnight.
there's a bunch of undead, then should probably hit it in the daylight.
You afraid?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not also fond of undead.
Say that I am. Either. Well, we could always put it to a vote. Yeah.
I'm fine without dealing with the undead, to be honest.
Okay. One vote. I'm either or.
I don't really mind either way.
Oh. A shapeshifter and a fence sitter.
Well, like I said, if you lived as long as I do, it doesn't really matter what you do.
No, I can see that. I think Storm's idea might be a bit better. Daytime it is.
Okay. So, bedding down for another evening. And just so we can have marker. That's where you guys are right now. Bedding down for the evening. You as you're setting up camp, looking around, there's not much around you. It's a very large open area. And it is odd for you, Burdane, to have traveled this far and not seen at least anything. However, it does give you a slight sense of comfort. You get the feeling that you could probably bed down for another night and not have any issues.
All right.
All right. So, bedding down for another evening. Sleep through the evening undisturbed. And you wake pretty early in the morning. So this actually, let's see. This would be the 23rd. Yeah, I gotta keep track of my calendar. Actually, it'd be the 24th because you guys slept in. Okay. Good. So it's the 24th. So continuing your path, you make your way towards the southernmost regions of Thundertree. Now, as you approach, you see that the town is situated on a hill. And there is a small road that leads northward or north up into Thundertree. However, it's a little bit of an incline. You can see that there is a small trail that loops around this large mountain and goes into enters the town from the west. You continue course and enter from the south, or you go or loop around to go west.
Seems we need a vote. Again?
No, I'm not abstaining from the vote. I go with whatever.
All right.
Voting is silly.
Well, I propose the south.
Sure.
South it is.
All right. And for the purposes of this map, the squares, if I remember correctly, are... Yeah. The lines on the actual map are 10 feet, but there is a grid that is 5 feet. So it's kind of like layered pretty well.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a black screen. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. I just had to put your tokens up. Ah!
Yeah, me too.
Just a black screen?
No, that noise.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let me pull up this handy dandy notebook. Let me make sure. Yes. So as you approach and clamber off the cart and walk the rest or the final 60 feet up the hill, you begin to see what a ruin that looks as if it might once have been a farmhouse. Now has a dense, like it's now half swallowed by a dense thicket with trees growing up from its ruined foundations. The lane continues northward a short distance before veering off to separate into each of the houses to your left and right. And it started back in, or whenever you guys finally approached, it actually started from an overgrown field. Now, all of you can make me perception checks if you would like. And for the sake of this, because it is a large area, before you start moving your tokens around, let me know where you're going. And I'll give you the description because you guys can see most of things. Nice. 16, 13, 21, 22, 4, and 14. Okay. So Vladius, Numo, and Burdane, as you're approaching and you crest the hill to this area, off to the side of this house that is to the east of you now, you can see these strange figures. Grand total of about 8 of them. Hollow, sunken eyes. Well, here, let me do this so I can see it better for myself. Yeah, there we go. So there's hollow, sunken eyes, and it's a humanoid figure. And in the from the 3 of y'all's perception, you can get a good look at them, and they're of various sizes. Some seem to be the height of a halfling. Others seem to almost tower above others, almost standing 7 to 8 feet tall. Now, and there's various ones of different textures. There's the shorter ones seem to have almost like a rooty wood skin, with vines kind of wrapping up around their arms. The medium size almost look like they're draped in a layer of seaweed or loose foliage. The taller of the 3 almost looks like there's briars sticking up off of his shoulders, or off of their shoulders, and their long pointy or long hands kind of move, or they move and twist as if being like vines or briars. And as you guys make your approach, they do glance over, but don't move towards. They're just kind of mindlessly moving around this shaded area. Well,
Looks like a party.
Huh. not entirely sure what those are.
I'm assuming they're the undead that you were told of.
No.
Can I roll something that I might know what it is?
This would be a nature check.
Nature. Oh,
I would
bug.
I would just try to approach this building up here with while avoiding the boys over here. You know what I'm saying?
I've
Okay.
never seen something like that before.
Yeah, you've not really heard of anything like this. And Lunk, as you approach, going off of let's see. Yeah. Going off of your perception check, you are, as you get closer and approach, let me see, does he have a token around here somewhere? I can't see it. He should have a token. I don't know why he doesn't have a token. You bitch. Why you know how token? Aha! I found it. Oh god, he's big. He's not supposed to be that big. There we
You're a
go.
big boy.
All right. As you approach and you get closer, the door to the house that you're standing in front of or approaching opens up. If I can click on it. There we go. And a gaunt, white-bearded human walks out and kind of stays close to the wall, keeping an eye out towards the east and approaches. Can I help you?
Hi.
I don't see much living around here.
Oh.
I'm Storm. What's your name?
Rudolph? At least that's what I go by.
That's perfect. We came here looking for you, actually.
He's gonna kind of take a defensive step back and... Why?
Quilleen sent us. She
At-
said you.
At that, he'll relax. She's a nice lady.
She is.
How do you know her?
We were in Phandelver, just,
Ah.
doing some work, and we came across her, and she helped us out on another job.
Okay. Well, you found me.
Sorry, my manners. These are my friends, and she's gonna go ahead and introduce or allow them to introduce themselves, actually.
Gladius is going to make a very dramatic bow. Gladius.
Okay.
Oh.
Over
Well.
the top.
Come on in.
Oh,
And he'll walk back into the building. And this small house appears to be in a little bit better condition than the ruined and dilapidated structures nearby. Doors are reinforced with heavy iron bands and thick shutters to protect the windows. Hey, Grave. You can go to sleep if you need to.
that's what I said.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the Thunder Tree. Sorry, it's not more hospitable.
No worries.
Heard you've been having some trouble around these parts, so
I mean, these twig blights I can handle. The giant spiders are a little bit of an issue, but
ew.
we can handle those. The biggest issues that I have, the fact that there's folk in black masks and cloaks sulking around to the east of the town. Not sure why they're here, but They seem to mostly be connected to that fucking dragon that came this way and decided
What?
to take this home. Oh, sorry.
what?
Was that not discussed with you?
Well, we saw a dragon
No.
fly overhead, but it's here?
Was it what? Was it green?
No, it was
No.
white.
Okay,
There are
that's not
multiple
the right one.
dragons? Oh my god.
So
Wait, so you're saying there's more than one dragon?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my dwarvish friend.
right?
Well, you spoke up.
Oh, just agreeing that it wasn't a green dragon. That's all.
Ah. Well,
It's here.
to the north. Did you notice that large spire up on the tree, up on the hill? Yeah, it's taking that as its home.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, green.
Yikes.
Huh. So take care of spiders and investigate the east, but don't go north, right? That's what we're getting at.
Oh, well, no, I'm just telling you what's going on.
Yeah, we're
I just figured that going north would be a bad idea now.
Oh,
well,
you'd be
came
right.
here
Yes.
for some- we
Good,
really just
good.
came here for some information, didn't we?
Information.
Quilleen mentioned that you knew a lot about the area and were searching for Cragmar Castle or some kind of castle-like structure in the area that's not here.
Well, I do know of this castle. Yes, I know where it is.
Could you share it
Our,
with us?
our employer seems to have been captured by goblins and taken there, and he's in need of rescuing. So
Sure. If you head directly east from here into the Neverwinter Wood, follow the river. Eventually, you'll see
follow the river which way?
east. He's gonna pull out a brass compass and, the E on the compass.
I know how a compass works.
Sorry. Eventually, you'll come across a stone structure that towers over the tree line. And you're there.
Easy peasy.
Lie. But now that you mention it,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And seeing as we're here exchanging, perhaps I could give you one more bit of information,
Sure.
if you're willing to do something for me.
What kind of information?
Well, it seems, if my research has taught me anything, if you're looking for the castle, you're looking for one of the Rockseeker brothers.
Yes. How did you know?
You told me.
I did not mention the name.
Well, it's easy to put the pieces together. I'm the only one. Truthfully, it truly is. They're looking for the lost mines of Phandelver. And I may know a place to start that could help once you find him. Have you lot heard of the Wave Echo Cave?
No,
Have we?
not sure.
It was mentioned in that book full of, or that dwarven journal that you found at the end of, or in Larno's study. That Verdane, I believe, specifically read.
Aye.
I know where it is. I'll lead you
Oh.
there.
If we perform a duty, I assume.
Take care of that fucking dragon.
It's the dragon. Of course, it's the dragon.
Oh, fuck.
I knew it was going to take care of the dragon.
How big is the dragon?
Good question.
25 feet long. It's got
So-
about a 30 feet wingspan.
So it's probably not a full adult dragon then.
Oh no,
Big enough to eat me.
definitely.
Big enough to eat most of us, actually. But that might mean that we can reason with it. If we give it something that it might like.
All right,
Uh,
let's just stroll up to the spire, knock on the
What do
door.
What do we know about dragons? Any of us? Anybody know? I don't know shit.
I know a little bit.
You guys can make me some nature checks, even if you're not proficient, because some or nature, history, or just general intelligence, depending on what you choose.
I got a 6. Total.
I'll scan my brain for arcane knowledge of dragons. Oh wow.
Like it.
Okay.
Oh, we could have done Arcana.
Yeah. Just
Oh.
any. And
At this point,
Hmm?
Vladius is a little bit of an arcane trickster pulling through at the moment.
ooh,
With a little bit of knowledge there. I've been doing some reading while people were sneezing.
I love arcane tricksters. They're so fun.
Yeah. I thought it would be a fun build.
So, ooh, Vladius, nice roll. Verdane, you know that from the description, pretty definitively that this is a young dragon. And from your experience, that they're not easily negotiated with because they're still in the very feral stages of their life. Vladius, having studied a little bit in the Nine Hells about dragons, you know that green dragons are typically those of the either poison or acid type. Because most of the chromatic dragons, their color represents the type of energy that they typically use. So red is fire, blue is lightning, green acid. And of the green dragons, they're the most envious and greedy of the chromatics. But in terms of greed, they prefer large, rather than a huge hoard of gold, they prefer a large area to hunt.
Fun.
Well,
Right, so we take care of your dragon problem, and then you show us to the cave, and, well, first off to Cragmaw. Well, you've already shown us to Cragmaw, but We get information, right?
And
Good.
to clarify, I don't need you to kill him. If you
Oh,
can
of
just
course not.
get him to chase, or if you just get him to go away, so I can start cleansing this area of these twig blights and these zombies, maybe we could have another settlement bring up or start up here.
We will do our best. I'll give a worried look to the rest of the group.
Well, good luck, whichever route you decide to take.
Oh, fuck.
Doesn't have to be now, if you so wish, but the sooner the better, honestly. And if you are to travel up the hill, be warned that the homestead down the road, basically, as you open and he's going to gesture out the front door where Valeria is standing, and you can see through the wood, or the thicket of wood that's the tree line that's in front of you, there's another stone structure. That building has some quite large spiders, and they have kind of claimed that as their area. Be weary traveling through it. It may be an issue.
Right?
Spiders don't really care. I don't really care for spiders, but they're not too scary.
You're still or what did you roll for your thing?
I'm just gonna stay as a deep gnome just because we didn't do anything with it.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna look down at the small deep gnome that's speaking up and like, lass, they're 3 times your size.
From a certain point of view, yes.
Well, don't get caught in a web.
It's quite a sticky position.
Huh. He'll raise his hand and turn into a gray squirrel and skitter up a tree outside of the area and just
Oh.
start
Bye.
chittering. Waiting
Right.
watch.
Alright, so fuck that dragon.
While you guys decide, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
I don't know that that information is worth it. Worst case scenario, we can come back later.
What you also have to realize is that there's a dragon that's terrorizing people that are not as skilled as a lot
What
here.
people? I thought it was just undead that lived here. Some spiders, some sketchy looking guys in cloaks.
Dragons usually fly around. They don't eat dead things.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're prepared to fight a dragon, honestly.
Like I said, I don't think we have to fight it. Usually they can be reasoned with or bribed.
I mean, sounds right to me. Just talk to it. You don't have to fight it. I'm with you, Storm, actually. I don't want to fight it.
And what if we can't reason with it?
Then we leave.
Would it let us leave?
Oh,
What if it decides we
probably.
make a better meal?
What if we're out traveling somewhere else and it gets the jump on us anyways? At least we could take it and keep it in our terms. Right? Be prepared. Instead of
No.
when we're half beaten up and half alive after fighting something, it could swoop
We
in and
haven't
take.
seen the dragon up till now, so I'd say we are good to not deal with it. If we do want to deal with it, we come back some other time. but I feel like we should. I don't want to die fighting this dragon. I feel like we should go retrieve Rock Seeker first.
Death is not the most scary thing that you could experience. And I don't
I
think
don't know
we'll.
about you, but I very much value my life.
Oh, life is valuable. It's just death. Death is not as scary as you think.
It's pretty scary.
That was weird. I went looking for my dog and she was trapped inside the basement for some fucking reason. I thought I closed that door.
Sorry. What does
Oh,
everybody else
maybe.
think?
You did on your dog.
Dragon? No dragon? Fuck the dragon?
Whoa, 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 whoa! I
think
definitely don't think
a
that's something
problem.
we should do.
I think it's a problem to keep it around. I agree with that. I also agree with the idea that maybe we could go find Gundren, take care of him, and then come back later.
What do the rest of you think? Val?
Val will take another long rest.
Yeah, I'm about to take a long rest myself.
Val? Vlad? Lunk? Fight the dragon now? Or not fight it necessarily, but deal with dragon now or later?
Later.
I think we go find person, our original job, then we come back and fight dragon after.
Yes. Lunk speaks sense.
Are we even sure that
Lucas is a smart one now.
we're not even sure what Gundren is? I thought.
We just found out. You first of all, do you know who Gundren is? I know we're just
Only-
gonna drag you along here.
Only from what you've talked about, and I was given a scroll from what was his name? He was the older fellow. Is Isildur?
Sildar.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, but
Well, Rockseeker was our original mission was to retrieve Rockseeker. He was kidnapped by goblins and taken to somewhere called Cragmar Castle, which we had no idea where that was up until this point, so seems pretty urgent to go and get him back. If he's
that is
still
true.
alive.
But couldn't they have moved him, or couldn't he be dead?
Yes, but we won't know that until we go and investigate, which is what I propose we do first.
I don't. Like I said, I don't care which we do. I'm just saying, if it's between sieging a castle and talking to a dragon, I'd rather talk to a dragon.
It's a castle full of goblins.
Well, goblins normally have some sort of overseer.
Yes, apparently. So, okay. All in favor of dealing with the dragon now? Say aye.
Meh.
All in favor of going and trying to find Gundren and coming back later? Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Alright.
There we go.
There we go. Don't you love democracy?
I'm glad we can all agree.
Burdane,
The
as you say that, there's a acorn that clunks on the top of your head, and you can see the little Rundorth squirrel nibbling away at another acorn and just looking at you.
Don't worry. We'll be coming back. Trust me. Don't be
Dragon's a problem for everybody,
a
so
dick.
All right. So, as you guys make your way out of the ruins and gather up back on the cart, that's where I'll end the session for the evening. So that way we have a new scenario to continue next week.
Excellent.
Woo-woo.
Next
Very
time
nice, very nice.
on Lost Minds of Phandelver. Dun dun
Le Mop.
dun. Le Mop, as they say in the
I
French.
loved your drunk bandit voice. It was brilliant.
That's pretty great.
It helps when you go. You got the ale. See, I remember playing dragons and dungeons in a basement and getting real drunk.
You've been studying
Yeah,
up.
me too.
Well,
Go outside and lay down on the grass.
Guys,
Prowler.
I'm gonna call it a night.
Yep.
Good night, friends.
No time.
Do you
Tom.
want me to send your dice to your place or to Michael's? Because he said he could receive them for.
Oh yeah, I just saw your message today. I didn't have my phone yesterday.
Yeah, I heard about that just recently. I was wondering why you hadn't responded. Cause I'm like, I swear to God, I saw you on your phone.
But yeah, I can shoot you my address and whatnot.
Okay, and then I can try and send those out tomorrow. And we can all open them together.
presents.
Yeah.
Speaking of dice, do you
Christmas in July.
did you remember to give Daniel my dice, Eric?
No, I didn't, and I'm a huge fuck up. My bad.
No, you're not a fuck up. I'm just asking. Shit.
Yeah, they are.
I would send you the money, but I don't have any money to mail them.
Good night, friendos.
Good night.
Good night,
Those
stream.
remaining,
Good night.
please say good night to the rest of the stream.
Good night, stream.
Good night, stream.
Have a good night, stream.
Good
A
night.
golden stream.
Yeah. Stay
My,
golden, pony boy.